All right, so we'll call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for zooming in, Patricia. We really appreciate it.
You're quite welcome. Don's doing well.
Good,
Good.
good. Well, we were not gonna have a quorum.
Oh,
Bunny's away on vacation and not quite sure where Wyatt is.
I'm here. I'm
School
here.
going on.
I'm
So,
sorry.
well, school is beginning.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he may be busy there. All right, so do we have any items from the public tonight? Does not appear that we do. So I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda, the consent agenda, and the minutes from August 11th, 2025.
So moved. Or second, whatever.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
I,
Aye.
And no one is opposed. All right. So I would like to say that Counselor Williams and Counselor Kuiken are excused tonight. Do we have any correspondence?
No.
No correspondence. Okay. So we're gonna open a public hearing for the 6-year transportation improvement plan. It's 5:33. And before the public comments a little bit, I'll just briefly go through what the plan is. Every year we have to put a 6-year plan together of what we hope to do with our street projects. So in 2026, it would be a Water Street Road construction and storm improvements with a sidewalk on one side from US Route 101 to Adams Street on this is on Water Street. And in 2027, it would be a Second Street reconstruction from Monroe Street to Quincy. And then in 2028, it would be a Cowlitz Avenue reconstruction and storm improvements from Quincy Street to Jackson. And in 2029, West Cowlitz Avenue reconstruction and storm improvement from Memorial Avenue to Cedar Street. And also from Cedar Street to Ferry Street. And then in 2030, it would be a West Second Street reconstruction and storm improvements from Kendrick to the west end of the road. And in 2031, B Street reconstruction and storm improvement from 3rd Street to 1st Street. And also a 3rd Street reconstruction and storm improvement from A Street to B Street. So is there any member of the public that would like to make a comment regarding the 6-year transportation improvement plan? Does not appear that there is. So at 5:35, we will close the public hearing on the 6-year transportation improvement plan. And I would ask for a motion from the council to approve resolution number 2025-02, which is the 6-year transportation improvement plan.
So moved.
second.
Is there any discussion?
I
Yeah.
would, yes. I know that these things can change. So whatever is brought forth tonight is not going to be what happens in the future. And it's because I lived up on First and C, and that project kept getting pushed back and back and back. So
Yes.
these things are to be reviewed, what, annually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends
Just
on how these
as
work.
long as everybody understands that what we agree on today is not necessarily going to happen.
This is a plan.
This is a plan.
This plan to take effect, we have to have grant funding for all of these projects. And that's what is the make or break on these projects, is the grant funding.
And the
How
plan sometimes goes awry.
it does. Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Okay, that's my only comment.
Okay. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Okay, and so that's 100%. in favor, so no one is opposed. So now we're gonna move on to the approval of the contract with the Department of Commerce for the Growth Management Act periodic update for year 2026. And did you want to give a little overview?
Sure, the update is actually from 27 till 27. They just did it in two parts. So the first portion will have to be done in 2026, the second portion will be done in 2027, but
Okay,
it's the same contract. Essentially, Department of Commerce requires it's changed now to 10 years, that we update the comprehensive plan in its entirety. So recently, we did the climate element update because I knew this was coming and I didn't want us to have to create a whole new element and then update the whole entire thing at the same time. So we'll be updating all of it, looking at House bills that address ADUs. It addresses some more critical area stuff. I mean, there's kind of a lot over this past session that they passed. So, to keep on schedule with our current, 10-year review is what we have to do. And we may end up having to change, and I say may, but most likely have to change some of our zoning code and or development code as well as these new House bills coming to full.
yeah, the legislative mandates.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah,
So that's where we're at. It's sort of the same thing. The state has offered us X amount of dollars to make this happen. And I feel like we can work within that scope easily enough. Yeah.
great,
So,
all right.
and if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to ask.
Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the contract with Commerce for this Growth Management Act update.
So
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Everyone is in favor. Okay, so we're gonna move on to item 8, which is the collective bargaining agreement, which separates the public works and clerical employees from the law enforcement officers. Thank you, Will.
Thanks,
And
Will.
the language only changes in one area. Everything else is the same. It just splits it out. And I'll let the chief explain the reasoning behind this and what's going on. Why we're having to split this out. It's a legislative deal.
Yeah, so last legislative session, how Senate Bill 5040 was adopted and passed, where it redefined the population threshold for commissioned law enforcement officers to be considered interest arbitration available, or interest arb to be able to go to interest arbitration. Before we fell under that threshold, so our union members were allowed to be in the same collective bargaining unit, but now after that law passed, they have to be split out into a separate bargaining unit because the rest of the members in that unit are not able to go to interest arbitration. It's kind of tricky, but I contacted PERC when I was at AWC, the LRI conference last year. They spent a lot of time talking about this and how it's going to impact small cities primarily. But technically, it's not legal for us to have the one bargaining agreement with individuals who are able to or not able to go to interest arb. So it's just a split, and the only change is the addition of the interest arbitration language in the police or commissioned contract. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Kind of.
Mhm. Yeah, you did a good job explaining that.
Okay.
Oh,
So go ahead, Patricia.
words have power, and certain people with different types of power have more power over those words than others. So I just hope that Lucas is comfortable with those words.
We don't have a choice. It was a legislative mandate.
Oh, okay, so we're there, whatever. So
Yeah, it was state mandated. We have to do this.
he's just explaining. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're interested in reading the law, it's Senate Bill 5040 and
Okay.
5040. And it defines the commission, law enforcement, and the population threshold, and then also PERC, if you reach out to them, and that's what I did to get some guidance. And this is what PERC said, yes, this is what you have to do. Fortunately, we have, a good relationship with our bargaining unit that it's just a matter of splitting it out, and it doesn't cause any issues. But
What is your opinion, your feeling, your gut reaction?
I think it's okay. I do. I think it's going to be okay.
Okay.
I don't foresee it being a huge issue for us.
I think the biggest difference is gonna be, you're gonna have to ratify 2 contracts instead of 1. And when it comes time to renegotiate union contracts, there'll be 2 to negotiate instead of 1. So that's gonna be the biggest change.
Well, that's inviting. That's
You know? Yeah,
Wasn't
so,
there with the Teamsters, you had to have a certain amount of people to be able to be in your bargaining unit, to be in the Teamsters?
That's
Did they
what-
make an exception for this?
So that's what Teamsters originally told our group years ago. And I have my personal thoughts on why they said that, but I don't want to go into that publicly. But they have had conversations with PERC as well, and they understand that this is legally, this is what has to be done.
Okay.
Yes.
okay, so I would entertain a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement language, which splits the public works, clerical, and commissioned law enforcement contracts.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
is there any further discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Everyone is in favor. All right, let's move on to department head reports. Chief Stiegel.
We are preparing for Labor Day. Things are looking all right for us as far as what we need to get done. We have been pretty busy. You may have noticed this last month. You may not have seen as much proactive traffic enforcement happening, partially because since August 1st, we've had 27 calls for mental health reasons, for people dealing with mental health or having a mental health crisis. And it's that 27 calls, we're on the 25th day of the month. Some of these calls can vary from, 15 to 20 minutes of talking to the person and then getting them in contact with the mobile crisis team. And then some of these calls can extend upwards 6 to 8 hours of sitting with people at the hospital, sometimes more than that. So I'm not sure what's going on, but the mental health calls are a significant portion of our job right now. And it's wearing our guys pretty thin, but we are keeping up and still responding to the day-to-day calls. But just know that some of our proactive stuff that we like to pride ourselves on in South Bend has taken a back seat because of these calls. And then one last thing, I just got called today and, I got a call from the USDA and we were awarded a $25,000 grant for a security system upgrade overhaul for City Hall, the park and the fire hall and the public workshop. So internal, exterior, City Hall, and then the out exterior of all the other buildings. So it's a pretty big project. We've been working with Cameron from Cascadia Computers, and I'm excited to get that up and running and get that going. And a big thanks to Eva and Dave for getting some paperwork submitted last minute, because we were kind of pushed up against the deadline on that. But so, all right, that's all I have.
I was gonna ask you, is Raymond having the same amount of mental health calls on the beach? Is it a county-wide?
I really haven't paid a whole lot of attention to the beach, but Raymond is, they have a few, I don't notice it as much, but they have twice as many officers, so it doesn't, I don't know that they're feeling the impact like we are.
Well, they have more people.
They
Twice
do.
as many
They
people,
do,
but-
but
I mean, I'm not saying it's just South Bend that's going off the rails, but
yeah, no, it's, and it all depends on too, whether the person got on the bus and did they get off here or, so I would say, we were talking about this earlier and I think, I would say about 30% of them are, substance use issues. And then I would attribute another 30% to probably dementia type stuff with the elderly people. And then the rest, they're just other mental health disorders.
yeah, it'd really be nice if we could get someone to respond to our county. You're
It-
still working on that.
I am not, the county in conjunction with the sheriff's office has, and, from my understanding, there is a contract through Great Rivers where we have a DCR that's actually based out of Pacific County Sheriff's Office. And it's supposed to be a shared resource for all of us.
So they'll be in-house, kind of.
Basically, yes. Which that will hopefully help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
All right, Supervisor Houck.
So the city crew has been preparing for Labor Day as well. A lot of work goes into getting everything ready and for a smooth and happy time. The Red Town Initiative, that's the 10 miles of roadway resurfacing, that's been going on, so they're doing a bunch of roadway prep, the pulverization and all that stuff. Should be about another week, September 8th. Sierra Santa Fe is coming in to lay down all the resurfacing. And that'll probably last a week and a half, somewhere in that area, and then come back with the fog seal after that, which makes it look like blacktop. All that stuff. First Street, we had some issues on some surface warbling going on, so we're in talks with contractors right now on a fix for that. So far, the proposal is to grind a good portion of it in 2 lanes from like halfway between B Street and C Street down, switching to 1 lane and going darn near to the bottom of the hill, which is between 80 and 85% of it right now. And we proposed back that we should, if we're gonna do that much, we may as well do the whole thing and resurface the whole thing. So we're waiting to hear on the outcome of that. But right now it's out of spec and it needs to be finished. So that's about all I have.
Okay. Clerk Treasurer Johnson.
All the bills are paid, we have money in the bank.
Yay!
Yes, it's wonderful. Yes.
Nice work.
Thank you.
And it's a big thank you to everyone. Everyone has been very, very budget conscious this year and only doing what they have to do for spending. And, you know, it's great for this year. You can't live like that forever. There are deferred maintenance things that are gonna have to come into play and be done down the road and everything. But, you know, kudos to all the departments for really holding costs down. They've really made a heroic effort this year. So thank you to everyone on that. As far as my report goes, my life is totally Labor Day right now. And I got a few more days of this and then we'll get past it. But my office is Labor Day Central. If you need duck tickets, t-shirts, buttons, whatever you need, we got it. If you want to volunteer some time to help, we can use that this weekend too. So, but yeah, everything's going good. I think everything's planned. We got our final meeting before the event tomorrow night. And I think we're in pretty good shape as a rule. Yep. If anyone's got extra time on Friday, come see me. We'll put you to work. We'll be setting everything up. Do we have any public comments regarding the current agenda items tonight? Does not appear that we do. All right, so let's move on to council comments. Councilor Corcoran.
Well, Dawn will not be able to drive the fire truck in the parade this year. So we are looking for maybe volunteer drivers. We may have one, but if somebody from the fire department might want to pitch in, that would be wonderful. It's really important to Dawn personally to have his 101-year-old fire truck in the parade. Other than that, I see all of the roads being resurfaced, and that's wonderful. And I just love the city and everything that everybody does. And I'm very appreciative of you all.
Thank you. Councilor Mantle.
I'm just excited about the road project. I think it's gonna be just fantastic for the community. Yeah, that's all I have.
And Councilor Davis.
Same, all of it. Kudos to the city crew and everybody for doing a good job. And the mayor for holding down the Labor Day. Are we doing fireworks this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, do we have any future agenda topics? All right, we will stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Thank you especially, Patricia, for attending. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Bye.